Hey guys, it's Michael. Today I have important information with regards to the second stimulus package. I've been trying to find as much information as I can on when it will be announced, how much money will be in it, who will be getting paid. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the new announcements from earlier today from the White House on the second stimulus package. The House Democrats have been putting their finishing touches on a second stimulus package. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over exactly what is supposed to be in this next proposal that the Democrats are going to be announcing as early as next week. And this is important because it's not just money for businesses this time. There's going to hopefully be money for all of us, hopefully more stimulus checks. So make sure to stick around till the end so you hear exactly what is in this package and how much money we could potentially be getting. Before we get started though, it says that 95% of you watching this video are not subscribed to my channel. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the stimulus checks, on the stock market, on how to make money in general, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's go over what is going on in Congress with the second stimulus package. So as of right now, everyone says that they want a second stimulus package and they're considering it. Donald Trump, he's been talking about what he wants, so he's considering it. The Republicans, they're open to it as well. They have a couple of demands, but they're open to it. And now the Democrats, they have been working hard to get a second stimulus package proposal ready and submitted to be debated in the House. So we had heard rumors of it being $800 billion, but this was not true. The second stimulus package is actually going to be a lot more, and it's going to be submitted as early as next week. That's when they're going to be announcing it with the specific details. But what we've heard right now is from the representatives in the House on both sides, on the Republicans and on the Democrats, and this is what they've been saying will be included in the second stimulus package. So right now it's being drafted by the Democratic leadership, and it's supposed to have $750 billion in aid to state and local governments. And this another round of stimulus support to Americans as well. So that means it's supposed to have more actual stimulus checks. There's no specific details on this yet of exactly how much, but the good news is that they are talking about second stimulus checks and not just more money for local and state governments and for businesses, because last time during the interim bill, they added more funding, over $400 billion, but that was just to businesses. So that didn't help out a lot of us. That didn't have any more stimulus checks. And I know a lot of you guys are frustrated because you still haven't received your first stimulus check. And you're like, Michael, why are you talking about a second stimulus check when they haven't even gotten the first one yet? And I get it, but there's a lot of information going on here, and it's just that the IRS is taking a long time to get the first stimulus checks out. You will get it as long as you're eligible. It's just taking a long time. So I know you're frustrated, but there is a lot of information going on with the second stimulus package. And hopefully they can get this one out even faster than they did the first one. So moving on though, the House Democrats also want to increase access to coronavirus testing, send money toward vote by mail programs and the Postal Service, and provide safety protection for frontline workers who are at risk for getting the coronavirus. The people who have been working hard while everyone else is at home, while people have been losing their jobs, these are the people who are continuing to work, and they want to make sure there are protections for these workers. In addition to this, there's also been proposals for expanded access to broadband. Because of everyone working at home and going online, there's been a couple proposals about that, and I'll dive into that a little deeper in a little bit. So anyways, right now, once the Democrats started talking about the second stimulus bill, and they are getting this big bill together, not all these other proposals like the Emergency Money for the People Act and the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, this is going to be proposed by the leaders in the House. This is going to be a huge bill. It's not one of those side proposals. This will be the one that will actually have the chance of going through. So once they started getting this together, then all of the representatives in the House started saying, well, I want this, and they started proposing what they want in the bill. And that happens a lot because when a bill is going to go through, if it's going to be actually signed into a law by the president, no small request by a representative is really going to get signed into a law. But maybe if they put it in this big bill, maybe it will get passed along with the bill. So anyways, one Republican representative is calling for guaranteeing workers' wages for up to 3 months because of everything going on with the coronavirus, everything that's been devastating workers. So she wants to guarantee workers' wages for up to 3 months. On top of this, the House Education and Labor Committee Chairman, Bobby Scott, he said that he wants future legislation to extend student loan forbearance and cover health insurance costs. when people lose employment. And then the third proposal that people have been talking about to be included in this bill, as well as stimulus checks, as well as protection for businesses, is a proposal for new spending to expand broadband access for remote working and schooling, especially in rural communities. So this was proposed by a representative in South Carolina. So it just makes sense. A lot of these representatives are going to be submitting proposals for things that might help their local area. And they're just trying to get this into this big bill because their requests alone probably wouldn't get passed, but maybe in this bill they would be able to get through. And the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, what she said is that she hasn't gone over the Republicans at all with the wish list and all these lists of items that they are talking about. But what she thinks is that she hopes many of the requests in this bill would have support on both sides. She thinks that all of the things that they're sort of adding on to this bill, that makes sense, and she thinks the Republicans and the Democrats will be able to support this bill. However, the biggest problem right now is that the House hasn't been able to meet in Washington, and that is where they can debate everything and make all of the decisions. So the Republicans have said, we can debate them out, that's always an option, but we have to make sure we get back to Washington so we can actually start making decisions and debating this bill, because if they're not in Washington, as of right now, they can't vote on any bill. So they have to make sure they get back to Washington, and with everything with the coronavirus going on, it's making it a lot harder to vote on the bill and move things along faster. It's really just slowing everything down because people can't get to Washington as easily. So basically that's everything that the Democrats want. They have a whole long list of things they want. They've spoken about local and state government aid, that remote access to broadband. They've also talked about extended student loan and cover health insurance costs. They've added a whole list of things to this bill, and that's what we've been hearing about already. And on the Republican side, the Republicans have signaled that they also agree with some of these things. They have said they support income guarantees or other household aid, which essentially means they support household aid, which means stimulus checks. They support that. They think that is a good idea and that is needed. So that's good news for us. The one thing that the Republicans have said from the beginning is that they don't want money given to local and state governments if it's going to be used to fix problems that they had before the coronavirus. That is the one point that the Republicans have just been very strong on and are not going to let go of. And that is that they want to make sure the money is being used for the right place. So that makes sense though. That doesn't affect us getting more stimulus checks or another stimulus check being passed. That simply is gonna maybe slow it down if the Democrats want money to be given to local and state governments, because they're just gonna have to make sure there's provisions in place so that that money is only used for coronavirus related issues. So anyways, that's what's basically going on right now with the second stimulus package. There's no official second stimulus package yet, but there should be one submitted by early next week, according to Nancy Pelosi. She said that it should be submitted by early next week, and we should see at least a rough draft of what this second stimulus package may look like. And this is different from the Emergency Money from the People Act, the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, and all of the other stimulus proposals that we've heard about. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to break down the four biggest proposals really quickly. The first one is the Emergency Money for the People Act. This one has the most support behind it with over 25 co-sponsors. And this is the $2,000 per month stimulus check. The next proposal is the Automatic Boost to Communities Act. This is where you get a one-time prepaid debit card which has $2,000 loaded on it, and then you get $1,000 for a certain number of months after it. Next up is the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act of 2020, and this one has where you get free rent and mortgage for up to 1 year, where they cancel all rent and mortgage payments. And then the last proposal that we have been speaking about is the Patriot Pay Plan, which gives essential workers, so healthcare and essential workers, so if you work in a grocery store or any other essential services, it gives them up to a 4x bonus. So it's up to $1,920 per month. So that one is only for essential workers, but those are the four main proposals that we've been hearing right now. And then this bill is going to be completely different from those. This is going to be a much bigger bill proposed by the leaders in the House. This is going to be the big one that hopefully will get through, be passed by the House, then sent to the Senate, be passed by the Senate, and then sent to the President for sign off on. Well, I know that a lot of us are like, why can't this hurry up? Why can't we get a second stimulus check faster? It's just because everything in Congress takes a long time, and they all have to meet and they have to be in person, which slows it down even more right now with the coronavirus. And normally things take a long time as it is. So anyways, I'll keep you guys updated on exactly what is going on with this second stimulus package. I know that you guys are frustrated because you still want that first stimulus check, and a lot of you haven't received it. I'll I'll keep you updated on that. Make sure to leave any comments or questions you have down below about the first stimulus check, the second stimulus check, and I'll make sure to answer as many as I can in my next video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to check out the links down below and join our Power of Finance Investors group, as well as our Discord group community chat where we talk about stocks, investing, and stimulus checks. So if you have a question you want answered, be sure to join that group chat and it'll be answered immediately. Also, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app. All you have to do is download the app. It takes 5 minutes. Sign up, deposit $100. When you deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks. Also, get 1 free stock when you sign up for Robinhood. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.